Hi, my name is Alfredo. Most of the people they know me as Freddy. From Bilbao, Basque Country, Spain. Here in Limerick for quite a long time now, working in hospitality business, mainly as a maitre d', but as well as the person that recommending wines in the restaurant. Here we are today in the grill room, my new house for the last couple of years, under the Savoy Group umbrella, in conjunction with FINDLATER & Co., which is our suppliers for coffee and wine. And here behind me, you can see a sample of the 300 wines we have from many nationalities. And today, I'm gonna recommend 3 wines for all the followers of the University Concert Hall. 3 wines that are gonna be 3 grapes. So because I think in this lockdown, people they might prefer to do their own shopping in different places. So the main thing we're gonna do is the grape rather than a specific wine. The weather is supposed to be fantastic this weekend, so this is my 3 recommendations for this long weekend coming along. We're gonna have a bit of variety for everyone. So we'll have some rosé from the south of France, Languedoc. We'll have some beautiful wines northwest of Spain, Rías Baixas, Albarino, and we'll be finished with a red Rioja Crianza, which is available, all those grapes, in any off-license or any supermarkets. Hi guys! So here we are now behind the bar with the 3 wines, and I'm going to explain to you a couple of things. About wine testing, okay? There's 5 steps, but before we go to those 5 steps, very simple, very we're not connoisseurs, so we're not looking here to all these kind of fancy awards for wines, okay? One of the most important things is to get the right temperature for the wine, okay? So rosé and whites, normally this time of the year as well, when it's nice and warm outside, when it's chill, and actually it tastes better as well. So 7-8 degrees for rosé and white wine, and then for the red, normally we'll recommend about 14-15 degrees. Now with this weather outside, I will take it as well at 12-13, you know. So it's up to you really, you know, if you like the very chill or not that chill. Okay, so the steps for tasting wine, very simple. It's 5 steps, okay, and we have the 3 wines here, and the first step is the color. So the color, it tells you quite a few things. It tells you the climate. It is coming from a climate which is cold, or it comes from warmer, okay. It will get goldy as it gets warmer, same as it tells you as well if it's been in a barrel. So if it's been a barrel to age, the color will change and get goldy again, darker color, okay. The second step, it would be the swirl, okay, very important. And you see sometimes people in the restaurants, they're moving around and okay, what is the reason we do that? The reason to do that is to open it that way, okay? So the wine has been in the bottle for quite a long time, and now they need to express as much as possible in the glass, you know. So that's why we try to accelerate the process, and that's why we twirl around, and then you're gonna see another thing will happen, and especially with the reds, is you're gonna see tears, and that's what we call legs, famous legs, Sophia Loren, okay, they're alcohol, and those tears, the more alcohol is in the bottle, the manifests obviously bigger as well. So that's why if you get a brandy glass and you put a glass of brandy there and you shake it, swirl, you look against the light and you'll see a big drop there, a big tear, you know. So that's about number 2 step. So the third step, it would be smell, Okay, and this is probably the most important of the steps, because the smell it's gonna do you. It will tell you mainly if that wine is being oxidized, where we call cork, because some oxygen went to the bottle, and then when you smell it, it's gonna tell you if it's okay in your nose, or it's gonna tell you it's cork, unfortunately. But also it's gonna give you the details of what kind of fruit is there, and it's gonna give you as well details of the soil. Okay, so that's number 3 step. 4th step, it would be the nose. Okay, so 4th step, we're getting closer and it's getting better. Now finally we're gonna approach the wine and we're gonna taste this. Okay, so after look at the color, swirl, it's open, smell it, smell nice, but we need to taste this. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna put in the mouth, pause, we're gonna do only a small bit. Okay, we're gonna put a small bit of the wine, we're gonna try to get a bit of oxygen, air in the mouth as well, and we're gonna move all that wine around the mouth. So we're gonna get all the flavors, the texture of those flavors around the mouth. Okay, and we can censor all the wine in our mouth. Okay, so all our mouth is full now of flavors, and we're gonna finish with the last one, which is actually savor of the wine, which is put the wine, whatever amount now you want, and swallow. And that, when you swallow, is the final expression of the wine coming from your stomach all the way to your nose, and the explosion of those flavors realized. Okay. Some of the wines, they will be simple, and some of the wines that will be complex. The length and the body, they all depends of the quality of the wine. Some people, not necessarily, people that prefer young wines, very simple, very easy to drink. Some other people, they prefer very complex with a long length and body that you probably need food or something else, but that's up to you. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna move on, and we're gonna explain individually the 3 wines, the 3 recommendations we have for this weekend. 3 different types of wine that not everyone likes the same type of wine, so I hope you can enjoy that. Well, so here's our 3 wines, or 3 recommendations. First one, Rosé, Bijou. Okay, that's one of the stars in the Rosé department here, and Alex FINDLATER in the grill room. There are many of those, and they're all good, but this one is exceptional. Okay, it's coming from the south of France, from Languedoc. Pale, salmon paler color. The color comes because when they do the fermentation, they leave the grape skins with the fermentation, but only for a little while, and then they remove those skins. So that's why it doesn't have that intense color that some of the rosés they have. Alcohol-wise is 12.5%, and the good thing about this wine is Grenache is the predomination of this wine. Have a bit of cider as well, but that's the grape. So this wine, it will go for these days, they're coming down, perfect for a barbecue. It will go with the chicken, it will go obviously with prawns and seafood, even with pork. If you're gonna have a hot dog, that's the guy as well, it'll go very well. So we move into the second recommendation for this weekend. This recommendation is gonna be a white wine. It's an Albarino, a grape that's quite unique in the north of Spain. Irish people, they seem to like this wine very particularly because it's close to the Sauvignon Blanc taste, But I think as well is because this small region in the northwest of Spain, they were invaded by the Celts. So I think there's a lot of similarities in the people that live in this region with the Irish ancestors. But we talk more about this particular Albarino, Pionero Mundi, that we have in stock in our wine list. Is one of the most consumed for our customers here. But anyway, Albarino, there's many out there in every supermarket, any of license. So the choice it would be yours. This is the type of wine that you will really enjoy this weekend because you go with any kind of seafood. You will have it with clams and mussels and all that type of seafood. White meats as well. And because the weather is going to be so good, if you have a nice glass of this chill Albarino, definitely will make your day.
Perfecto. Ok, tercera botella.
So finally we got to the last recommendation for this weekend. Okay, for the people that like red wines, that's my recommendation. It's a Tempranillo Crianza from Rioja. Rioja is probably, you know, in the world is recognized as one of the best regions to produce red wines. 13.5% is the volume of alcohol, which makes him very easy to drink. Normally with red meats. But coming for this weekend, for the barbecues we're gonna have, I say nothing wrong to have this with the burger. This recommendation, Lopez de Aro. Okay, it's a type of wine very well balanced. It's been 18 months in the barrel to age. Normally a Crianza is only 12, but this particular one is 18. Very fruity. All the Riojas, in general, they have a lot of fruits. The tannins, they will be very easy, medium. It doesn't have a lot of acidity coming to your mouth. So it makes him very easy to drink even before food. Some of the wines they don't. Shiraz, all these Italian, you need food. With this one, even without it, you can have it. So I think this is my 3 recommendations. You can have, hopefully soon, you can buy purchasing in our premises in Alex FINDLATER, or I just give you the grapes for the Rosé, Garnacha. We have the Albarino and we have Tempranillo. You can have it in any off license, in any supermarkets, different prices. The choice is yours. Well, amigos, followers of the University Concert Hall, here you have my 3 recommendations that I hope you enjoy. Hope you enjoy the good weather, and I hope you enjoy my selection of these 3 grapes, 3 different wines for different palates. I hope you see you soon. I hope you see you around. So take care, my friends.